Hello, friends. This episode of the podcast is sponsored by Hanky Law. Hanky Law likes solving your problems when they happen, but loves anticipating them so they don't. They provide real people with real solutions to help get your life moving forward. Hanky Law provides criminal defense, family law, personal injury, and civil law. Listen, the legal system can be intimidating and scary. If you find yourself in the legal system, it's important to have lawyers who can explain the process, navigate the legal system, and protect your rights. Hanky Law's experienced attorneys use their knowledge to skillfully defend their clients. Maybe your family is needing representation during a stressful or emotional event. Hanky Law can help. Hanky Law is comprised of Blake and Kelsey Hanky with a family of their own, so you can trust they understand the value of keeping the best interests of you, your finances, your future, and the long-term interests of your children in mind. If you are needing legal help in North Dakota or Minnesota, go to hankyjustice.com or call 701-746-4529. Hanky Law, counselors and attorneys at What up? What up? It's back. How's everyone doing? It's been an interesting last week here. Starting out here, let me transition this real quick. How's everyone doing? Been an interesting week for sure. A lot of drunk people at the bar on Monday. Let me tell you what. I was there for doing some stand up, and oh my lord, did it get a little wild? Like that close to a fight while I was there. After I left, I guess there might have been a fight, but you know, that's on them. I don't know if their description of a fight is accurate, but I'm assuming it was. So that was weird. It's a good thing they have barriers between the stage and the crowd. I wasn't the target actually; it was someone else this time. So that was it was cool to kind of be a bystander and check it all out. But I was also smart enough to know, hey, maybe it's time to head out if these people are about to throw hands. Because I don't know if you guys have noticed, I'm not much of a hand tosser. I don't think I've hit the gym since like high school, so I don't know if you guys want me to be fighting anyone. I mean, it's just that's really not. I'm not much of a fighter, man. I'm more of just a like. I'll talk shit from over here and then hide my VPN and hide my IP behind the VPN so you don't know who I am. You know, I'm more that guy. You know. Obviously not. I go on stage and talk shit a lot, but whatever. It's been an interesting. So today, I mean, I tried to go get some Wendy's today, man, and I'm on my way. Right, I'm first of all, I didn't even eat today. The whole day, I've actually been doing stuff today, and um, while I'm doing all that stuff, um, I'm getting like bogged down. I forget I gotta go eat, so I go eat quick. And as I'm going to eat, somebody cuts me off like a son of a bitch, dude. I mean, fucking, like, I mean, we're talking an inch away from my bumper, and yeah, it was pretty interesting because he gets out of the car, right? So he's mad at me, or I shouldn't say gets out of the car yet. He rolls down his girl's window. His girl's next to him. She's recording me like I'm the asshole, right? I'm driving straight in the left straight lane, you know, like not left turn, but like going straight left side. This person is on the right side, and they want to be in front of me. So instead of like easing on the brakes and going behind me, they fucking like just slam on the. I don't know what engine sounds like that sound effect that I just fucking made, but it was actually pretty wild because then he rolls on the window and he's like, "What?" And I'm like, "I don't know what. Like you cut me off, dude." And he's like, "Yeah, you want to pull over?" And I'm like, "No, I don't want to pull over." He's like, "Hey man, I don't remember the whole situation. Anyway, the whole thing comes out to be like he's pissed at me for him cutting me off, right? And then he goes, "You want to go? Like, do I want to go?" First of all, no. Second of all, I got to be a smartass about it. I can't just let this fly because that's just who I am as a person. And I'm like, "Where are we gonna go on a date?" And he goes, "Yeah, we're gonna go." And I'm like, "Can your girl come with us?" And he. I think that was what pissed him off the most because he then put his car in drive, pulled in front of my vehicle, right? And then so I could like he thought I wouldn't be able to go anywhere because he's like in front of my car now. Like he's half in his lane, half in my lane, trying to block traffic from me and the person behind me. Whatever. Gets out of his car and starts knocking on my window. And funny story is that there's police fucking everywhere, right? Whole time. So whole time we're going straight now because I go into the right lane. I let him just stay in the left lane, but I'm trying to get to Wendy's, which is on the left side. So I need to be in the left lane. Well, as it comes out, right lane ends up going faster than the left lane, and I'm like 7 cars ahead of this guy now, and I see him just fucking. He fucking starts to pass everyone in the right lane now. Starts to pass everyone in the left lane on the right. And so he's fucking right. He gets down, and I'm making the engine sounds all differently because it's a Honda Civic, right? And I don't want to I don't really know how Honda Civics sound like, but it didn't have a closed exhaust loop, so it was like the ricer sound with the rattled exhaust. I don't have enough money to fix this sound, which is okay if you don't have enough money, but then don't catch an attitude with me for cutting me off when I want my car not looking like shit, you know? Like you, your girl, and your car can look like shit. I'm not a part of that life. That's you. That's you. That's not me. It's not how me and my cats roll, and it's certainly not how me and my car roll when we're together. Okay, so end of the day, cops actually talked to me about it, and I'm like, yeah, I got his license plate because obviously, and I heard his name, and I heard his girl say his name, and I heard him say her name, and it's fucking Tasha and Dylan, because name a Dylan that doesn't drive like a fucking asshole. Sorry for any Dylans listening, but Jesus Christ, man, what the fuck was that? I'm shooketh today. I'm shook. So, you know, it was weird. It was just an interesting and my Mac isn't working right today. I don't know if you guys heard the intro fucking go. It was all fucked up. I don't know what that was about. But everything just seems to not be working together. So I'm just not going to go anymore today, and probably not tomorrow either. Tomorrow's Friday. I'm just going to have like a Friday-ish Sunday type day where I'm not going to be doing anything. I'm just going to kick back. I'm just going to enjoy my time and try to avoid any more violent confrontations. Where I'm just trying to get some fucking Wendy's. Can I do that? Would that be okay with everyone if I just got my goddamn Wendy's and then went on my merry way without having to listen to all the bullshit? Seriously. Calm. Chi, calm. I am one, I am center, I am here. Um, so, yeah, I don't know what everyone is up to. This whole, everyone's saying, the lockdown is supposed to be, ending with the vaccines, but now apparently when you get vaccinated, you still have to wear a mask, which is like, I thought when that's over, now you're good, but not good, not good enough anymore. It's just, I don't know where the boundaries are, 1 second, I gotta yawn. I've been talking so much, my body's like, I need oxygen, bro. And I'm also probably really tired. But, um, yeah, it's been weird. Show is rescheduled for August 17th. Hoping, or April 17th. Hoping this one sticks, man, because, man, I got jokes ready, and I just really want to tell some jokes and some stories and make everyone laugh because it's getting boring just sitting in this apartment, man. I mean, you can go out with your friends or whatever, but I only have like 2 friends here because honestly, there's really not been an opportunity to go meet anyone in the first place. But one day, maybe one day, I don't know. Um, Otherwise, there's not a whole lot of Oh man, I cannot believe that I'm so tired tonight. I should stop. I should stop trying to record these so late at night. But honestly, it's just some days you get away from you and you get busy and whatnot. And my flights to Nashville and to Seattle have been canceled and rescheduled for next weekend. Except for Seattle, that's not rescheduled. That's not next weekend. Just Nashville. I'm going to. And otherwise, everything else is it's getting to be one of those things. I don't exactly know. It's the Yawnathon, I don't know what the deal is with me today, guys. Sorry about that. But you know, um, I'm just curious what everyone's thoughts are on the whole President Trump getting off on the thing. Honestly, here's my opinion on it. I'm not gonna tell you because I don't want to get yelled at. Okay. It's just weird. I think the country's pretty like divided, but everyone says it's divided as it's ever been. That's a lie. That's a fucking lie. That's just not true at all. All you see is just more news and there's more media of it and it's more dramatized. Let me just yawn for the whole fucking show. Let me just yawn my way through this show real quick. As you guys can see, if you're watching, I am back playing my game again because I love playing this game and it keeps me mellow and calm. If you guys want to play with me, by the way, if anyone has this game, you should just be like, "Hey, I'll play," and I'll be like, "Awesome," and then we can, you know, play the game together. Um, you guys ever do that thing where I'm actually not. I'm afraid this person's actually gonna listen to this, so I'm not. I don't. It's not that I'm afraid, like fearful. I don't want to ruin something. So that person is. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. Either way, man. I think everyone seems to forget, like this past summer when my town that I was in before this one, Minneapolis, when it was like literally burning to the ground, like the Capitol siege. It's like the same thing that happened to everyone's private business, just on federal property. So suddenly it's a big deal, but it's like it happened to everyone's business and everyone's home and stuff already. Like in Minneapolis, I guess it's. I just wish that they would have had this big of a roundup of everyone burning all the shit down back then too, and not just only when it's a federal property. I think everyone's property should matter. Yeah, they should have. They should obviously get everyone. I'm not saying that they shouldn't. Everyone at the Capitol riots should obviously be arrested too. Not at all saying they shouldn't. I'm just saying I don't. I guess I don't understand why some people get the benefit of the doubt. I guess you know. I can't really complain though. I can't. It's a good day today. Other than all the other crazy shit that's been going on. I just wish that there was a little more to do in town. It's Vegas unless you're down to go to the strip or down to like downtown and do all this like shit and try to spend all your money. It's just there's nothing really to do here. So I don't know if I'm sticking around Vegas for much longer. I don't know. It seemed a lot cooler on paper. There's a lot of methed up drivers that try to assault you on the road. Like I told you guys about like multiple times before with the gas station guy who just tried to park me in. He's like, "Yeah, I know you guys are following me." It's like, what are you talking about? Like, what the fuck is everyone talking about half the time when they're like these people are driving cars, and they're methed as fuck. I don't, you know. I try not to lose faith in humanity, but living in Vegas does not help with that. It is Sin City, but there's also like a ton of children walking around lately, which is actually kind of weird. Especially like, it's just weird. There's a lot of homeless people, and like there was even a dead guy on the street the other day, just laying there. It was weird. What is that? Who's counting yawns? Anyone have a yawn counter going? Cause I don't know. That's like 5 or something. It's nuts. Um, yeah, yeah. I'm supposed to be working a new job coming up here soon. But here's the weird thing about it, like, because obviously there's not a whole lot of comedy gigs, so I have to start getting a regular fucking job again, which it pisses me off. But like, dude, it is what it is until I can actually get more gigs done, and unless you guys like instead of just listening, you know, um, like maybe download the episode. I don't know, like there's really or become a member on Patreon, dude. You could do that. That'd be dope. Patreon.com/Jake Ryder. Reason is because if I'm at work, like it's fine going to work, but this job is like 12 hours a day, and then like I found out too because I know it was shift work where it would be like 6 to 6 or 7 to 7, which is fine. 6 to 6 would be fine honestly because I get everything done after 6 p.m. But they want me to do that like for 1 month, and then like the next month it would be 6 to 6 overnight, and then the next month it would be 6 to 6 during the day, and then for the pay that they want to offer, it's just I don't know, Steve. It doesn't seem. It's clearly that they're trying to. They know people need jobs right now, and it's pretty sad when people try to bend over someone for when they need a job. I don't know. I don't know, man. I love being a comedian so fucking much, and I was really banking on this show, and got canceled. And I wouldn't say banking on it, but I was really counting on it for just to even get ahead on some bills because being behind on bills fucking sucks. And I would like to be ahead on them again because I used to always just be 100% like a month ahead on everything, and I've always just been like making it right on time now, and it's been lame trying to make it right on time. Um, yeah, you know. So this I don't I'm doing my best. I'm trying to make the most of it. I understand the situation is what it is, and there's really nothing anyone can do about it. But I also am a human being, and if someone else is if someone else's time is worth, I mean, I don't understand how someone else's time can be worth that much more when I have, for the job offer, I have years and years of experience for the job that I'm going to. So I don't understand like why none of that would count. But what can you do, man? What can you do? I'm praying for better days. Praying for better fucking days, man. One of these days, it'll hopefully all be worth it. But right now is the game where you roll the dice and see what happens, man. A lot of people who the thing is I have friends who spent their whole lives at jobs. Even the thing that changed my opinion the most about having a job and dedicating to a job was like my grandfather worked for Time Warner Cable for his whole life. He built them that company. A lot of the patents that they use is his code. He has patents in his name of the codes that a lot of these companies still use under contract, but he's not being paid anything. Like, it's crazy because after working for him forever, they were just like, oh yeah, you gotta go. They kicked him out because of the 2008 recession. He was just gone immediately. And after seeing them throw him to the curb so quickly, I was like, I'm never dedicating my life to a job because they'll just do this to me. And they will. And so I decided that day that I was going to work for myself for the rest of my life and eventually become self-sufficient on my own abilities and talents and not having to work to get someone else rich. These dudes make tons of fucking money. There's no reason why they can't pay you anything less than $20 an hour. Absolutely no reason. I've seen, like, as someone, I invest heavily in the market when it comes to stock markets and Bitcoin and everything, and I do read up on companies and I see how much they're paying their CEOs and their executives and the bonus packages and how much they're buying back in stocks to artificially inflate the prices. So I mean, yeah, it makes my stock portfolio go up, but it's artificial. It's not actual equity. It's not actual gain. They just bought it back. And what I'd rather see a company do is stick half of it, or like half of it R&D, and then stick half of it in employee funding, like you used to have to do before Reagan allowed stock buybacks, and before Clinton allowed you just to make your money make money for you. It's crazy. It's crazy how it's a Republican and a Democrat alike that fucked you, and it's just crazy to me. I hope that all of America can wake up to it and see one day, hey, maybe this isn't exactly what I was asking for, and this isn't what I was told that it was in school your whole life. Like, land of the free, home of the brave. But, like, honestly, the minute that anyone brave does anything, you're swatted. The police come in with the biggest, heaviest trucks. And by brave, I don't mean blowing shit up. I mean, like, just attending, like, there were just people attending a protest, and they had state police showing up at their front door and shit like that. It's you're not free, and a lot of people who are brave get shut down immediately. So it's not exactly what they say it is. I mean, name one thing you can do for free. You know, walk down the sidewalk, and if you're not a taxpayer, you can't be there. Which is like why they have the right to kick homeless people around. It's just interesting. I'm gonna go get some water. I'm gonna put this on pause and hopefully lighten the fuck up. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Yep, got me some water. My throat no longer feels like the desert. And yeah, I'm still here to discuss what's going on. Vegas right now is actually, the other day it was ridiculously busy. I mean, it was like fucking pre-COVID down here. Like, I think it was Valentine's Day. Everyone's just getting in the mood. Let's get to Vegas, and plus it's like $19 a night for a lot of these hotels. And I heard I heard from someone that they got a flight there and back from Boston for to Vegas and Boston. And back to Boston for like I think it was $49 on a special ticket through Experian or something. I don't know, crazy. absolutely crazy. So I think it's also a lot of the deals that people are coming in, and also I think because vaccines are coming out, so everyone's feeling a little better about it. And yeah, I don't know. It's nice to see Vegas coming back a little bit, but at the same time, I'd like to see some shows come back too, so that these people have something to be entertained by. Otherwise it's weird. Um, yeah. Other next show coming up is gonna be, well, no, that one got canceled actually. So honestly, probably out in April. Honestly, probably the pay per view show is the next one now because they keep getting canceled. The snowstorms down in Texas, the snowstorms up in the Midwest, just everything kind of slapped. It's just weird when you finally get to do something and you finally make something happen for yourself, and then the world around you decides for you that you're not allowed to do that. You know, like maybe I survived a plane crash that I wasn't aware of. Who knows? But it's just weird to me. It's just weird to me. It's like the world knows what you're doing. It's like it's like, hey, what's up? Are you trying to get ahead right now? No, like that, like the meme, like that, where someone starts to smile a little bit and then someone pops his head in and just like no, and then it starts to frown again. It's interesting times, man. If I don't know if you guys like hearing about like scientific stuff or whatever, but over on my cloud surfing podcast, um, I interviewed Larry Vance over there, and that was one of the coolest interviews ever. I mean, we were talking about the disappearance of the Malaysian MH370 flight, and it was a great conversation, right? Loved it, loved it. I introduced it to the public. I had 50-50 feedback. Like, literally half the people loved it, half the people were like, how fucking dare you talk about this incident, whatever. I understand it's a touchy topic. Like, all those people are still missing it, so is that plane. But Larry seems to have one of the best grips on it, and he worked in the industry for over 3 decades as an investigator. For multiple agencies. So he's done his homework and he knows exactly what he's talking about, and everything that he says makes sense. And no one's been able to rebut anything at all scientifically. Like you have, the only thing that they've been able to rebut is like just like phrases that everyone routinely says and that you hear and that you read. It's almost like unfortunately like how a lot of these words, like the word racist, how everyone just throws that around now. It barely even means anything anymore. It's fucking pathetic because it is a serious issue, and like when people, oh, that's racist. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Unless it's actually racist, don't say it's fucking racist. Um, it's just when words lose their strength, it kind of sucks. Um, that's why, it's like a comedian. It's like if you say fuck too many times in the show, you really lose the ability to when you're in the punchline to say like a fucking and then hit it, because you weakened that word the whole time. And it's like on my shows, I try not to say it that often, but to be honest with you, I live alone. So like when I'm walking around the house, it's if you stub your toe, it's like, ah, fucking god, you swear up a storm immediately because there's no one around to hear. I mean, my cats are here and they look at you like that. I mean, he looks not happy at the moment, you know. It's just it's a work in progress, We're working and we're in progress, and we'll hopefully get there one day. And with that, I want to talk about too, real quick before I go, my other podcast that I have going. I have a podcast called American Homicide that I really enjoy producing. I think I have to get to that. No, that's next week. Yeah, next week the next one comes out. So, it's very fun, and because like it's weird as like a comedian to do to talk about that shit, especially like because especially as a guy, you're not supposed to be into true crime as a guy. Like that's for whatever reason a feminized topic. I don't know why. Probably because my favorite murder. But dude, I love listening to those girls. They're fucking hilarious. They are. Like, and I appreciate them like paving the way for comedy and true crime to kind of mix together, and they do a fantastic job. So I enjoy making those just as much, and so I make a show called American Homicide with Jake Ryder, and I also have my cloud surfing show, which everyone's pretty much aware about if you listen to this show. Um, but I also want to talk about Better Life with Jake and Paul, and that's where my cousin and I we discuss UFC, NHL, NFL, golf, everything, anything that involves sports and betting on it. Is we use mybookie.au. It's It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun over there. It's not just betting and stuff too. We also shit talk each other because that's just who we are. We're cousins, but we're best friends too. You know what I mean? Like, fucking love that kid. He's awesome, and it's kind of been that way since we were kids. It's very cool to have a cousin that I'm that close with, you know, and like even my siblings, I'm very close with my siblings. It's cool that I can be close with my family. I think when you grow up in the dynamic that my that's an interesting word for it. The dynamic that my house had when I was growing up, I think it makes you like a little more close to your brothers and your like aged siblings and cousins and stuff because you go through shit. And you know when you're young and you go through a really hard shit, and like you know someone your age is going through it with you, it's a little easier. And then you know as you go through life, you just it's cool. It's just cool that you get to stay together and stay being friends with. I mean, a lot of people hate their brothers and sisters, and it's weird. I don't understand that topic. To me, I don't get that. I just don't. I don't. You know, it's a friend that you're born with. It's pretty cool. I think it's cool. You know, I don't want like one child. I'll make like two kids or four kids or something. I don't want three. Um, you know, I'll do two or four, but I'm not doing six or eight. Or no. We're doing probably four. Four is a good number, but only if I make enough money to support all four of them. Otherwise, it's gonna be like one or two. Because if you have an only child, you know, you can sometimes spoil them a little more, but they can end up being bratty when that happens. So I want to get like a second one to kind of balance it out. You know, um, yeah. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just talking out loud here, and I have no idea why I discussed all that when I was talking about my fucking sports betting show. Anyway, you know, I appreciate everyone listening to the show. It really does help. If you are hearing this and you haven't done yet, could you go into the iTunes, the podcast thing, you know, whatever, and rate it 5 stars and be like, hey, great show. And I'll be like, thanks, man. Because honestly, it helps me in the ratings, helps me get up in the podosphere. I don't know what the term is for it, but yeah. Thanks everyone for listening. I appreciate it, and I will see everyone next week. Thanks so much.